Hey there, I'm Hillary Johnson, the founder and CEO of Hatch Tribe, and I wanted to give you just a brief tutorial on how to use the financial top line tracker. I will say, before we even get started, knowing your numbers is a critical part of running a successful, sustainable, long-lasting business. And the reason being, you need to know your numbers to know what decisions to make in your business. If you're ever feeling like there's a lack of clarity around what you're to do, oftentimes it's because you do not understand how money is moving in and out of your business. And so this is one of the tools that you can use to get a real picture of how things are progressing, and especially how you're progressing relative to your goals for the year. So there are two tabs in this worksheet, and you'll see them here at the bottom. And we're gonna start in the example one so I can show you what that looks like, and then we'll backtrack to the other file. Let's start by looking at the layout here. There are multiple buckets for you to track. And when we start at the top of the page, there's the annual and then your progress to annual goals. So let's start with annual goals first. Where do these numbers come from? Well, they come from doing the first worksheet. And the first worksheet is the one that's the financial projection. When you've completed that, this is a breeze because all we're doing is popping in the numbers for revenue, expenses, and then calculating the profit. So just to be clear, revenue minus expenses equals your profit number, and you're going to drop in your goal. And at the very end of the year, you will have the actual, and you will be able, and this is going to auto calculate for you, the difference in percent to goal. That will auto calculate at the end of the year. Now, as you move throughout the course of the year, you're going to track your progress to your annual goal. And that's what's happening in this bucket. So you're still going to plug in the same goal. And as you move throughout the year, you're just going to update this column with where you are at that moment in time. So if, for example, we were at the end of March, you would take the numbers all the way from January through March and use those numbers to populate year to date. And then again, these cells are going to calculate for you and just tell you how you're tracking towards the goal. Now, everything after that is just your monthly numbers. We've got them broken up by quarter, and you're going to drop them in here. So again, if we were just to look at January, when you look back at that financial projection, you can come to the very bottom of that page and you'll see what the revenue goal is for January. Take that number and put it here. Then look on the expense tab. What's the total for January? Take that number and put it here. And then profit, of course, is going to be the difference of the two. And then when we get to the end of January, you will add in your actual numbers. And again, these numbers are going to auto calculate for you. So if you are at 100% or more, it's going to be green. If you are somewhere under 100%, it's going to show up like this. It'll show up as red. So it's a very easy way, and you can just see how this looks, to just quickly see, like, where did we hit target and where are we a little off a target? Now, I do want to say this is something that you have to do repeatedly. And so the question often comes up of when. Well, when should you be doing this? What I would tell you is that most business owners find that they need to do this sometime between about the 6th to the 10th of the month. And that's because we need time for transactions to settle from the prior month. So for example, if we wanted to do January's numbers, we probably would put a reminder in the calendar for February 6th through the 10th, somewhere in there, and set it as a recurring reminder every single month. And then as long as your accounting or your bookkeeping is up to date, you're going to be able to very quickly go get these numbers. You can drop into QuickBooks or Xero or whatever you use, grab your actual revenue from that month, grab your actual expenses from that month, and drop those in. Of course, profit, again, is going to be revenue minus expenses equals your profit. And then this is going to auto calculate for you every time. So let's go over to the blank one and you can just see how this works. So the note here is you want to type only in the blank white cells. Everything else is going to auto calculate for you. So these are the places you want to be and adding your numbers. And you can see the whole year is here. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot us a note. We'll be happy to help, and happy financial tracking. Talk to you soon.